Hey everybody, welcome to Sundance Serenity Channel. I thought today that I would share what I hope to be like an inspirational story. Gosh, how do you word it? I guess the best way to say it is don't ever be afraid to ask for help. And I'll give you an example from my own experience. This truck here has served me well. It's a 1997, so it's 28 years old now, Dodge Dakota 4x4. 4 years ago, due to some circumstances that I had, I really needed a vehicle, and I asked for help. And I was given this vehicle to drive for the last 4 years. And it was just so helpful. I can't even begin to tell you. But anyway, long story short, this past year up here on the property, it's had some issues. I had to change a tire that I couldn't get a lug nut off of, and it was in a snowstorm, and I had to get a special lug nut thing to be able to get it off. Shortly after that, the brakes went out, totally out, to where I had no brakes, and I still had to get out of the property and get it serviced. And then I had some AC issues that were blowing in mist into the cab, and I couldn't see. There were major issues. Throttle body, it wouldn't stay running. And it really made me think, like, oh my gosh, as thankful as I am, I really need a second vehicle. And I again reached out for help. And lo and behold, somebody was there to help me. And one of the things that I've really learned as I'm getting, later in life, well, maybe throughout all of my life, but if you just reach out and say, hey, I need help, this is why, this is what I would like to do to help facilitate that, whatever it is, things tend to happen. And I am super thankful that there are folks that are in a better position, so to speak, than I am, that have the means to be able to say, oh, well, I can help you with this truck, as an example. And now more recently, 4 years later, oh, I'm in a position where I can help you out with another truck. Because my whole thing was, I'm gonna have a secondary vehicle. This is 28 years old. It's not getting any younger. It's still a good truck. But if it breaks down, I'm out, so to speak. So I reached out for help, and I was fortunate enough to come across someone that was able to say, hey, I can help you. I have another truck, and if you pay me this amount, that'll pay off my loan, and I can go buy another truck. And I got an amazing deal. So I'll share that with you. All right, so for the last year, approximately, I've been reaching out and have been asking for help. Like, I really need a secondary vehicle. I don't even care if it's old. I just need to know if Dakota breaks down, I've got something I can hop in and go to town and get the parts I need, or tire, whatever it is, and be self-reliant instead of asking other people for help, that kind of thing. But ironically, it's asking people for help. So what ultimately ended up happening is the same person that helped me out with the Dakota happened to have a vehicle that would totally work for me, and then some. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how thankful I am. Anyway, long story short, I had the mechanical issues with the Dakota. It's still running great. It's still a fantastic truck, but I had to have a backup. Here's the backup. It's a 2016 F-150 2.7 liter EcoBoost, and it's awesome. Like, unbelievable. Now here's the thing. Normally a truck like this with about 149,000 miles would be about $13,000 to $18,000. Well, I didn't have that money. Here's where my point to ask people for help. Sometimes you'll run across somebody that has the means to say, you know what? If you can pay off my loan that I owe on that truck, I'll give it to you for that loan amount, and then I'll go buy another truck. That's exactly what I did. So I didn't pay $13,000 or $18,000 for that truck. I paid $5,000. That paid off his loan. It helped him out to pay off the loan, and he goes and gets a new truck. But really what it did is it helped me. I have a backup vehicle, which now that's actually going to be my main vehicle. And then I have the backup vehicle of the Dakota. And I feel so much more secure knowing, hey, if SHTF and I have a catastrophic failure of a vehicle, engine, transmission, tires, whatever, I've got a backup. And it's okay. I'll be okay. Funny example. Just today, that driver's front tire was low as I was washing windows and kind of cleaning the truck up. And anyway, the tire was low, so I put my tire pressure gauge on it, and it was only 24 PSI, which is really low. So I called my friend Lamar, my off-grid friend here at Solar Cabin, and said, hey, do you have a compressor? Because when I hooked up my compressor, it didn't pump anything. And he's like, absolutely, come on by. Again, asked for help. He was right there, willing to help me. I shot down there, we pumped up the tire, and you know what? He gave me his little compressor because he had extras. Here's my point of the whole thing. If you never ask for help, you'll never get it. If you ask for help, sometimes really good things come to you from generous people that have the means to be able to help you. But if you never ask for help, you'll never get it. Anyway, that was my point of today's just sharing my life with you. And I'm super excited. Oh, I can't even tell you. I'm so excited. This truck is awesome. It's so awesome. Not to say the 28-year-old Dakota isn't awesome. It is awesome. But this is awesome. So, anyway, a little fun, and my whole point is don't be afraid to ask for help. You never know who has the means to help you and help you keep moving on. I hope that helps you.